Okay. Yeah. So just killing time. Wanted to play some Magic Realm. Figure I would do it here with y'all on stream. It's Monday. I don't expect anybody to show up. And this was not planned. I mean, I should have planned something for Monday, but I didn't. I was tired and blah blah blah, the whole thing. But I did decide I was going to do a solo run with the Satyr. So here's the solo rules right here. Card score as normal. The prowess scores based on getting 20, 30, or 40. Gold, as you can see, 30 to 70. Great treasures, 1 or 2 will score, and then spells 1, 2, or 3 will score. You can only get 2 points per category still. I am going to let that sink in. I'm going to grab my coffee, and I'll be back in 1 second. Hold on. Yeah, so I don't even know that we'll get this done in 2 hours or 2.5 hours or whatever. Solo games do tend to go fast because one character, but who the hell knows, and so on. So we will. So you can see the scores up top here, and I will still put his quest down at the bottom. Let's get him set up. We're starting at the inn. I'm going to use the elf's chit for right there for us. And I think that's it. So let's get events and quests, and we'll get set up. So we draw a 3 just like before. And remember, we can toss these. So we got Ghost Hunter, Sacrifice, and Lucky Day. Ghosts are close. They're not the worst, these ghosts. Not the worst. The only problem with us and ghosts is that the ghosts they will wound us. And we can't auto hit them. So it does sort of suck for us as a spear wielding satyr. They probably won't kill me unless I can't kill one of them before they both turn to their heavy side. So a little. Needless to say, it is right there, though. So I might take it. Now, this is the problem, of course. I will sit here and incessantly and obsess over all these things. The goal is to score, I'm going to say 12 points is a win. 10 points is mostly a win. So I'm going to say, you're going for 10. But 12 is sort of like, S tier kind of thing. Right? 10 points is an easy win. I will take Sacrifice. I'm going to toss both of these. I want points. I don't even want Lucky Day. I want points. Treasure Cache and Take Cover. Now I have to keep those. So we're going to take those down here. So Sacrifice, Treasure Cache in the Lost City, and Take Cover. So Sacrifice, Cache in the City, and Take Cover, free hide at any time. Always worthwhile. Always, welcome to see that one. And that one actually helps us quite a bit in this solo game as much as anything else, because it's going to allow us to be a little bit reckless in our movement. Let's draw 3 events, and then we'll get some of this started. Like I said, if we don't get done, we don't get done. Roll 2 gates or 3 gates. Just 2 gates. Random clearings. So search, we'll get a gate. Get a gate. 1/6 is Borderlands 6. And 2/1 is Cavern 1. Oops, okay, well, that's interesting. But not really. That's not that great of a pull. And so we get 2 more events, a Goblin Horde and a Landslide. Oh, I hate... Boy, Landslides come up a lot in my past few games. It's not my super favorite. It has come up quite a bit. So we get 6 goblins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where are we going to put these guys? Good question, sir. We're going to put the goblins at 4-3, so Cliff 3. Cliff 3. Right there. Prime real estate. If you need to get to the crag or you need to get to the caves. And then a landslide at the high pass. 2 or 5. High pass 5. So fortunately, it's out of the way. I mean, if we don't want to deal with it, we never have to deal with the landslide. Done. It's not my favorite draw, but it seems like we are ready to go. Real quick, just so you can see again, goal is 12 points. Cards and events score as usual. Prowess is 20 to 40 points. You can score 2 points category, much like the normal game, but it's not, you can't beat anybody, so it has to be absolute points, 20 to 40. Gold 30 to 70. Great treasures 1 or 2, and spells 1, 2, or 3. I am going to go for good question. I took Persuade, so I had the ability to trade, and then I took Elven Grace, which I don't usually take, but I thought it was pretty good on the Satyr, because what it does is it gives him effectively an H3 move with no fatigue. So he can fight like a madman, attacking with an H3, like a dwarf. He's essentially at that point better than the dwarf in that he is the super duck shit, right? H3. So that's going to give him the ability to kill a lot of heavy things and tremendous unarmored things fairly easily. So I say first thing is first. I say we head to the mountains. So the problem with cash in the city is that means the caves. Ugh. Not my favorite. Just not my favorite at all. So I'm going to use take cover pretty aggressively early to scout the board. And I say we hit up the deep woods, the borderlands, and the mountains. Now, again, those aren't the city. The only place the Lost City could be would be here of those. We could do the high pass because it's right there as well. So you could do the high pass, you could do the borderland, and try to find the city. And maybe that's what you do. Where's the altar for sacrifice? The altar's right there. I'm not a big fan of going into the caves, but maybe that's what we do. Maybe we go straight into these caves here, just right out. And maybe get on here, 1, 2, and then poof, right there. We're only friendly to the wood folk. We do have, of course, Persuade. So I hate spending a ton of time. I hate spending a ton of time. Because the cave's going to be, so literally, and this gives literally a race, right? It's 1 day, 2 days. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go 1, 2 down to 5, and I'm gonna hide twice, of course. So let's actually get a. Let's make it at least a little bit. Hopefully, easy for you to see everything we need to see. Good enough. We will make this 1, even though. So I'm going to move and move into the woods, and we will actually hide 2 times in hopes of, I don't want to use this card until it's necessary. I definitely don't want to use this card in the woods. I want to use take cover in like the borderland or something. So that's what we're going to do. We do need a, we got dice up here already. I need dice here. There you go. There's your dice there. And then we will make these dice a little larger because we're going to be using them a lot. So done and done. Let's roll for day 1. 5. So spiders and imps. And our move is down to here. 2 hides. Not hidden. Not hidden. There's a start. It's bones. So nothing's going to appear because we didn't roll a 3. It's bones. There you go. Okay. The Satyr is a pretty decent gold magic caster. I have 2 spells, Persuade and Elven Grace. I can't ride a horse. I can't wear boots. I do roll 1 die. I should have rolled 1 dice for those. I roll 1 die instead of 2 in wilderness like the woods girl. And every 7th day I can walk the woods. We have to remember that because that is key to our universe here is walking the woods. Oh, I screwed up my cameras too. That's too bad. Okay. I am going to hide and then move into the high pass. And again, we'll hide first, move into the high pass. That's going to be day 2. 6. So bats. Ugh, ugh. So boof, we move into there. Do we hide? We don't get to roll 2 dice now. We are hit. So that is good. Lost City. This is what we're just the pull in 6. Ooh, that's good that we're hidden because that would have sucked. And Ruin. So goblins. Oof. Oh. Oh, that's a rough. That is a rough haul. That is not good. I don't like that at all. We probably could fight the octopus. But the octopus and goblins would, I'm pretty sure, kill us. So I am going to tonight run out of the clearing. Nothing in there, but I'm going to run out. That way I get 4 phases tomorrow. So that's good. And my move would be 1, 2, 3, 4 into the deep woods. 2. So move into the deep woods. And let's get day 3 going here. And the roll for day 3 is a 3. So thankfully we did not stick around to try to get that done, the pull, because we would have died. 1, 2, 3. This would have been this would have been so short. But we do end up in the deep woods. We could have used take cover, of course. We get stink and we get the Lost Castle in 1. And that could be crap. Now, but we're not going to get goblins because that's good. So we're going to get the lair in 3. Owl in 5, but that's bats because this is mountains. Patter in 5. Spiders. Statue in 2. I think that's where we're at. Yeah, that's the imp. The altar in 1. And stink. So this place is giants, dragons, demons. It is good for sacrifice. So that is something to be said there. It is really good for, we can score sacrifice super quick. So that's cool. Maybe we want to. Maybe that is the move. So how many chances are we looking at? So we're looking at bats. So 6 5s draw monsters, 2s draw monsters, and 1. So 4. So you're going to get monsters and 4s. You're going to get monsters on 5 die rolls here. We're actually super lucky we don't draw monsters on 3s. That's the one die roll of all the die rolls that lets us go. Now I wish I had peace with nature because this would become a safe hex with a lot of treasure. As it stands, not very safe. I don't like it. But you have 4 of the treasure sites are already out though, so we have to be. I don't know how I feel about that either. So I think what we do is this. I think we're going to spend one day and we're going to hide move into here to see if the lost city's in here. That's all. Like we're gonna do that. So we're gonna hide move into the borderlands. Take one more sort of scouting day. I feel bad because already this week is more than halfway done here, and we've not gotten any closer to anything. We get bats. And we're going to hide move. Now let's see if we're hidden for real or if that was just a fake hide. Oh, I'm sorry. Stop. We should roll 1 die only for this. So I'm going to say if I roll 2 dice, but only should be rolling 1 die, let's take, by default, let's take the red die. But I'm going to wave that one off. So we are hidden and we go in there. Do we get the lost city? No, we get the shrine instead. So this is all serpents and demons in here. Also a little bit of a bad hex, because if you do roll a 2, man, you're going to get all kinds of crap in here. So tonight I'm running out, again, so I can get 4 phases. And then we're going to move. We're going to hide, we're going to move, hide, move, search. Move, hide, move, search. Move, hide, move to the layer, and search. Done. I'm going to try to pick something up at the layer. And that, I believe, is for day 5. Let's get a monster roll for day 5. And it's a 5. So we're going to get spiders and imps. So we do move, hide, move, search. Let's roll the hide first. We should be rolling 1 die. So the red die will count. And it does count, and we are done. And for the search, one die again. Son of a bitch. 1 die again. So the red die counts. And we get a 2. That's not going to do us any good. The 5 is going to draw spiders on us, the imp. So we're going to get the imp here. We're going to get a spider on us. And a spider in Patter 5. Oh, and on 4 there's giants. Yeah, it's just 3s. 3 is the only safe number. So I think we win this because I think we can always be faster than this guy. Now we might get injured. Because he's going to be hitting us with light. So we're going to be in 3. What does this look like if we flip this in 3? I mean, well, okay, yeah, it's a little bit, because we have to move all those. But Is that 3? Where's 3? Right here, right? Yeah, okay. And then 1 would be right next to us, weirdly enough. I sort of like that. All right. Anyway, we'll lock that down. We're fighting this spider, damn it. we're fighting. All right, we're doing this. So we are going to ready our weapon with that guy. And we can't auto hit him, so it really doesn't matter what we do round 1. We're just going to play maybe just like that because we cannot auto hit this guy. If he flips, we still can't auto hit. But we can make it so he can't outright kill us. Now, the problem is, so this is where casting Elven Grace would be great. I don't know if I want to cast Elven Grace just yet. But this guy can wound me. Not this round, because we're not going to, right? We're not on his sheet this round or whatever, or he's not on our sheet. So we need a 1 or a 4 to just finish this before we even care what happens. And we get a 5. And so he bops down there. Does he flip? He does not. So that is round 1. Now, we do have this nice chit here. Maybe we should have thought about that a little bit, but that's okay. So we're going to play an H5 so that it's faster than that. We're going to play an H4 there. So he can get a wound off if he lines up. If he flips, I mean, he can't. And we have to fatigue this round. That's why we're doing this. So let's go 1 or a 4, a 3. Not great. So he goes down there. Does he flip or not? He does not flip. So he misses us. Again, we miss him. And we have to fatigue. And we're going to probably fatigue this move because this move is better than all the rest of our moves unless we have Elven Grace on, in which case this becomes our best move, Chip. So now I'm going to play like this so we don't have to fatigue. Because if he flips, we'll be faster than, not faster, but our weapon's longer than him. So good enough. That's the problem. Our attacks are slow. So let's get this guy. 1 or a 4 would be great, guys. Nope, 5. Okay, so down there. Is he going to flip? He's not going to flip. We do not fatigue. That's round 3. This is going to be round 4, so we're going to play like this again. Because every second round, you got to play a fatigue chip. A 2. So literally, this is going to go on forever. So, no, he does not flip. We do have to fatigue again. Oh, I'll fatigue this guy this time, just because. And then again, so we're going to switch off. So it's literally like the ambush game. He either wounds us and we kill him, or we fatigue and we kill him, right? It's either or. Do we kill him? 1 or 4? No, it's a 2. Okay, so nothing this round. Does he flip just offhand? He does. So now he flips. But this round we have to fatigue, so we got to play this guy again. 1 or a 4? 2, no. So we're going to fatigue again. Fatigue this guy. Back to this. 1, finally. Does this dude flip or not? Tell me he does not flip, and he does not flip. So we hit him for the same speed as us, but our weapon is longer, so we do kill the spider. We don't fatigue this round. That's good. So 3 fatigue chits. We're going to get 3 prowess. Spider is worth 3. That is the flaw, which is the Satyr is he's just not that fast. So 3 prowess, we're looking for 20. And we are done. Now we're going to get 2 spiders if we get a thing. So that sucks a bit. And by the way. So we're hoping for not that. For day 6, I think I am going to hide. I think I'm going to search 3 times. We're going to hope for the best. I'm hoping for a 3 on this monster roll. That would be the best. Almost, but not quite. We get a bat instead. Oh, the bat will just decimate me too. He just wounds me every time, so even better. But he shows up over here, so that's not going to be a thing. We hide first, and we do not hide. And then we search. Well, we should have rolled 1 die. We took the 4, so we did hide. Now we're going to search 3 times, looking for a 1 or a 4. That's a fail. That's a fail. That's a failure. So nothing, nothing, and nothing coming out of there. I don't like it. I don't love where I've ended up. All of a sudden, I feel somewhat vulnerable. Feel like this isn't going my way. Is how I feel. All right. So what are we going to do about it? So this is going to be a day 7. There's going to be white magic in every clearing. These guys will disappear, and then certain of them will come back. So we could, at the worst, get a dragon or a spider. Those are really the 2. Now, we cannot kill a tremendous armored dragon no matter what happens, but we can run from it. I'm pretty sure we can run from the guy in the lair. We can just get out of dodge. So I'm not super worried about sticking around here. Worst can happen is another spider appears. And I can certainly fight a spider. I can certainly fight a spider. I can fight a giant also, I'm pretty sure. Hidden especially. Not hidden, it's a little dicier, I think. I'm going to say we're going to hide and search 3 times again. I am really looking forward to grabbing a treasure out of this lair. I am so looking forward to it. So now we roll 2 monster dice because it's dangerous day 7s. And we get 5s and 5s. That's actually pretty good because, well, okay, 2 things are going to happen. These guys are going to come off the board. The spider I killed is going to return to the appearance chart. We are going to hide on a red die here. And we do. We are going to search. Oops, sorry, it's still a red. So let me 1 die. And we find the damn lair. So that's good. That is good. That's good. That is. So that's once. So we're actually going to get to loot the damn thing before the spider shows up again. So let's hope for something good. 4. Scroll of Alchemy. Type 6 spells. Totally pointless, but I'll take it. A treasure. That's 1. Well, we get 1 more because we found it. The 6th. Well, okay. I mean, that's good. We do get something. A vial of healing. Okay. Well, great. And then the spider appears on us again. We are hidden, so that is good. Oh, and the imp. And another spider. Like, they all come back. Everybody comes right back. I sort of feel we have to kill them. I sort of feel we have to do it. I sort of feel, so we have to ready the weapon. I'm going to ready it with this, I suppose. Flip that bad boy. Play this, I suppose. Well, he's not on my sheet. We have to roll a 1 or a 4. So this time we're just going to do it this time. 1. Doesn't matter what happens. We're going to kill this guy. And so we get another spider. And that brings us up to 6. Oop. Yeah, if only it were 37. We have 6 prowess now. So pretty good. Pretty good deal. It was a way easier fight. And I did that because we needed to clear that crap out. Like, I couldn't. None of these are large treasures, though. I think it's a large treasure that you need to sacrifice. Yeah, these are both smalls. Now, it's a great treasure, so let's mark that. And that will actually score us a single victory point as per this. 1 great treasure is worth 1 victory point. So, strangely enough, we scored 1. Bam. Week 1, we scored a point. Six prowess, we are a mere 30% to our goal of getting 1 victory point there. So, you know, I mean, it's not the worst. It's not the worst. It's not the worst. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. We could. So that was day 7. So let's stick with that. So there you go. So that's first week is done. Second week is going to start here in a second, and we get to draw 3 more events to put on the board. So we're going to get 1, the broken wagon. 2 is the dwarven smith, sort of pointless, and 3 is a plague of spiders. Because why wouldn't you want that? Broken wagon. Choose a tile. Bad valley. So we're going to choose the bad valley here. So we're going to get the broken wagon. And then for spiders, how many spiders do we get? 1, 2, or 3. We're going to get 2 spiders. And 2 spiders is non-trivial because at that point, you are possibly getting jumped. So bad valley first. Where is this? Where is this bad valley of which you speak? It is up here. And so it's going to go there. And we can figure out how to fix that. And then this plague o spiders is 2, 4. Cavern 4. Well, I mean, the gate, I suppose, is there. We could, if we wanted to, get in there. Oh, we got tremendous spiders. That is way more spider than we bargained for, I think. Although we really should have we should do that at some point and figure out, there should be a small chance a tremendous spider appears, don't you think? So killing both of those spiders will net us a victory point and $5, so $10. So it's not bad. That's pretty good. The broken wagon is sort of a little mini quest there. You have to roll when you get there and then determine what is going on with the wagon, and you can then do that. I'm not a big fan so far of any of that. I'm not feeling great. Not feeling great about any of this. So, be that as it may. What is the goal here? I think. So, okay. So, I think what we need to do. God, I would love to rest. I would love to cast. I mean, I suppose we could. That would let us get through a little easier. So okay, so that's fine. Okay, so that's cool. I tell you what we're gonna do. So today on day 8, we are indeed going to spell X and spell. That is going to burn us a magic chit. That will cause magic to appear everywhere. And then I am going to, I mean, it's a little bit of a waste. I'm going to hide and search again. So for day 8, 4. So we get giants and trolls. So we're going to spell X and spell. So we do have to sort of putz with this tile here, unfortunately. So we got 1s and 5s and 2s and 3s. So 3s, we were in 3, along with the layer. He was in 5, along with these 2 chits. The Lost Castle is in 1 with the altar. Statue is in 2, along with the inn. So it does change the disposition of the board. We are then going to hide for a die, which we do, and now we're going to search and loot for a die. We get a 4, so we get the 4th treasure. Ointment of Bite. Weapon time hits, even if it's equal. That's not bad, actually, for him. We did burn that chit to do that. And then what appears? A giant appears. Now we're hidden, so that's good. This might be an auto kill if we're hidden. So let's take a quick look. So this guy's going to be on our sheet. We are going to ready our weapon and then play this attack. That's going to do H-star damage, and it will kill this giant. So it is an auto kill of the giant if we are hidden. And we're going to do that, and then we're going to fatigue this chit. So now it is time to start considering, we get 8 prowess, and that's cool. But it is time to consider resting. We got to find a way to rest here. So we kill a giant for 8. And that's 14. So that's actually good. We could use another one of those. We could use that roll again, frankly, is what we could do. That would be nice. Because that's a pretty nice, easy roll. If we got that roll again, kill the second giant while hidden, that would make 4s a clean number for us here. And so 3 and 4 would be clean. That's a much better situation than what we have. So Now, what I don't love is, again, the fact that I've not yet gotten my cards sort of intact here. So I think what I'm going to do, so I think for day 9, I am going to I'm going to move to the end. I don't love this. I'm going to move to the end. So the company or the patrol. So there's a guaranteed chance I have to roll against the rogues. And then I might have to roll also against company or patrol. And then I'm going to rest. I need some chits back. Hey, what's up, guys? Is the Lost Castle in Clearing 1? Yes, Lost Castle's in Clearing 1, Rob. What's up? A real mascot. A real man would let 4 or 5 monsters pile up and then attack them. No, man, the problem with this Satyr is he's just so slow. His attacks are so slow. He falls in this weird. I mean, it's not that much slower than, say, the White Knight, right, and so on. But he, well, okay. So yes, it's the whole tile represented by the other chits, but I put the Lost Castle in 1 and the Lost City in 3 for purposes of the cards. The cards might want you, right? They might want you to go find the Lost City, so you have to be in 3. I also count for certain cards that the Lost Castle and the Lost Castle is sheltered. So, if, for instance, you have to get out of a storm, you can be in the Lost Castle, and that's sheltered if you're in that specific place, and so on. So Scott is right, rules as written, but I do put it in a specific clearing for purposes of all the cards. So, okay. What the hell are we doing? We got to back out and rest 3 times, I think, for sure. And we will use either the take cover or persuade to save us if things go south. A better weapon? No. I mean, yeah, this side sucks on the spear. A better weapon like a mace? Yes. So, for instance, a mace would be okay. A Morning Star would be okay. But you would lose the Sharpness Star on both of those weapons, and thus you could not kill Tremendous anymore, because he also does not have a T-chit like the White Knight and the Berserker does, and the Dwarf. But you could get but you could get an axe, right, and so on. So there's some possibilities there. So yes, let's get day 9 rolling here, though, and we're hoping for. I think that's a good roll for him. Yeah, nothing's going to appear, so he's going to move down to the end, and he's going to rest 3 times, and I think we're going to bring back. Let's bring back. I'll bring back 1 move for sure. I'll bring back 1 fight, sort of being a little wishy-washy there. I will bring back. Should we bring back a magic also, just for giggles? I will bring back 1. Sure, magic check. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Done. Nothing appears at the inn. We do have to roll. He is neutral with the natives here. We're looking for not a 6. Not a 6. We're looking for not a 6. We got not a 6. So the natives do not dink with him. And then the question is, so the other thing which will help him, by the way, could be a rogue buddy to take that initial shot, and then he can cover him with the spear. And for some creatures, that's going to actually work out real well for us. So if we look at the rogues, for instance, this top guy could sit there and dodge an enemy with a 4 while the spearman covers him and actually kills the thing. Also, these rogues are great against spiders, which has been sort of what has been here. They're not going to fight the dragon, but we can't do the dragon anyway. And so on. So that is the question. Do you cast Persuade tonight and trade tomorrow? Now, unfortunately, I'd rather not sell the Scroll of Alchemy. And I like the Ointment of Bite, and the healing's okay-ish, especially because we have no armor, so we are going to take wounds, potentially, even from things that hit us lightly. So I don't think I'm selling anything to these rogues. I think I'm just buying from and trying to hire. So why don't we... we're going to cast. So we will cast. So we're going to burn this and this, which sort of blows our rest there a little bit. So be it. So we've cast tonight. And that is the day. Tomorrow we are going to... I think we trade once to see what's here. We're going to hire 3 times. They are friendly to us for the rest of the day. And done. So on day 10... 6. So nothing's going to appear. Remember that the visitors only come up when cards tell them to come up in this variant. So done. And let's do it. So we're going to trade. Yep, not quite. There we go. We just want to see what's here. Oh, that is nice. Probably not going to buy it, but that is nice. We'll roll for it in case it goes super, super well. The reason we would want that is because then that makes buying a heavy weapon a pretty nice deal. Having said, like the Morningstar would all of a sudden become a freaking genius buy, because then you'd have tremendous damage at a time 3 all day. And that are a time, is it 3 or 4? Is a Morningstar 3 or 4? What did I just... did I imagine something here? What am I imagining? Time 3, yeah. I mean, you'd have tremendous damage at a time 3. Oh, amazing. But we don't have that yet. So let's roll on that. It's 8. We are friendly with these guys. We need to roll like a 1. We got a 3, so price times 2. So be it. We cannot buy the gloves at this time. Now we're going to hire twice, or 3 times, actually. So let's see what we got here. Of course it rolled to a 5. Price times 4. Do we want him or not? That's really the question. Sure. We got 2 more of these. Let's see. That's a no deal. Yeah, maybe it's good that we did that. Yep, no deal twice. So we actually got him for $4, and otherwise we'd have wasted the day there. So we got $4. We're now down to 6 gold. And again, we're going to add 14 days because I don't count this day. That's another little tweak for the variant there. And so we can get 14 days. So on day 24, our buddy will leave us. And that is it. So that's day 10. I still have 1 cast. I still have 1 cast of, say, Elven Grace if I were to need it. So I think we're just going to. I think we're just going to play. We're going to hide. Do we hide? No, you know what we're going to do? We're not going to hide. We are going to move into the lair again and then loot, loot, loot. We're going to use this take cover card. If we do get stopped, we're going to use take cover. We're going to, and that the reason is because, it's daytime. We're almost halfway through, strangely enough. We need another point scoring card. This is a great card because it allows us to play aggressive, but we need something that will score us points. So we're going to go in there and try to loot this out a little bit. And then if something happens, we will actually use take cover to do that. So we're going to move in. We're going to loot 3 times. So the layer here, we get a 5, which is not good. That's 1. 2 is 4, so at least it's something. Shoes of Stealth. Hey, that's nothing we can use. So that's second loot. The third loot. Come on, let me roll a 1 or something. Some super. That's not going to be a 1, is it? It's going to be a flippin' 6. And nothing. And a giant appears. So that sucks a bit. Now here's the good part about that. So the good part is we hired a guy. So this becomes a different fight. It's one of the things I love about Magic Realm and appreciate about Dragons Down is that little things change the situation greatly. It's not just like a lot of games where you get 1 more point. Like if in Talisman, not that Talisman is a bar to which you should hold any other game because it's a pretty damn low bar. But I get stronger. It's a point. Here you get stronger, and a whole series of fights changes. And I don't get stronger by adding a point. I get stronger by adding, in this case, an ally. And so in this case, this guy's going to lure the giant onto his sheet. And the giant is going to get ready to smash him into bits. But remember round 1, the longer weapon is going to win. So I have a 10. And so I'm going to ready this bad boy here. But I do need to play what? A 4, right? Yeah, I need to play a 4. So I'm going to ready the weapon and play this. And I'm going to hit this guy. And I'm going to hit him first. And he's going to be killed. So this is an auto kill again, because again, the giant can't get to me first. And my weapon is longer. So he's not going to kill this poor schlub first. So in this case, we roll. It's a 2. He goes all the way down there, does his club flip. No, it does not. It's a 1 and a 4. Our attack goes first. It hits him with a 4 time, kills the giant. We do have to fatigue. We have to fatigue another fight. So we're back to this. We're literally back to just a day ago. we're like, whew, getting a little breathy here. But we do score 8 more prowess, which actually does change our score, I believe. So we get another giant. And that giant is going to score us 8 more. 8 more is going to be 22. And 22 is going to, if you recall, 22 is going to be enough to get us that first victory point in the prowess category. And so now we have 2 of them. I mean, not terrible. Having said that, we're never scoring 10 points here. And we're definitely not scoring 12 for like the super win or whatever. Just not going to happen. It doesn't feel right. The reason is we're just not we're not plowing cards any cards anymore. So we need to really figure that out. And I was hoping to score a big treasure, like a large treasure. And that large treasure, all right, Scott, hey, see you later, man. That large treasure we're going to take straight to the chapel or straight to the altar and turn it in for sacrifice. And probably take another H4 star because, a sacrifice gives us, a copy of a chip. We'd probably copy this chip, is my guess. 2 more asterisks, that would help us quite a bit. So, a little bummed about where I've ended up here these past couple days. My fault. I think it's my fault. I think it feels bad because I've done this an hour and I feel I've screwed up already. So think about that. Okay. We're gonna do this one more day. We're gonna search 4 times today. On day 12. We're gonna search 4 times. We have 3 treasures left. These should be large treasures. I'm looking to go grab something to take to the altar here. So that's what I'm hoping for. So let's roll a monster roll here for day 12. Let's hope it's a 3 maybe. Ooh, it's a 1. That's going to suck. Wah, wah. It's going to suck. I don't like it. We're going to search 4 times. Now we need to get some low rolls here. Let's get some low rolls here in the woods. Let's do it. A 4 is not what I wanted. That's 1. 2 is a 1. That's good. I like that one. The hidden ring. Okay, that's good. That's good. So the hidden ring is a large treasure. It is another great treasure. That's going to score us our 2nd point in great treasures. So that's good. That's our 2nd loot. 3rd loot. Come on, come on, come on. 1 or a 2. Oh, it's a 3. Nope. Okay. 4th loot, please. Ooh, a 1. Perfect. Perfect. Eye of the Moon. Oh, I like it. Okay. Perfect. That's what I needed. That is what I needed. Now the dragon shows up. And that ain't great. But I think I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. Now, we cannot kill him. I cannot do tremendous damage. I can do tremendous damage. I can do heavy star damage. So an unarmored guy can kill, but an armored guy cannot kill. So I'm going to burn the take cover card right now, and we become hidden. As do our followers, by the way. That's good. And so I am going to burn take cover, and that is going to become merchant. Oh, that is interesting, if not a little clunky for us. So let's think about this. Let's think about this. This is, so we are hidden, poof, and done. So here's sort of, so the only problem with all of this is simply the fact that it's going to cost me a fair bit of time to do this. But what I'm thinking is, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to turn in a large treasure. I would turn this treasure in, That would score sacrifice. So that's another point. Done. So that would be our 4th point. Not bad, because we are coming up on day 14 here. And that's sort of nice to have gotten. If you can get 5 points, then you're halfway to sort of, I call it the mini win, is 10 points. And the big goal is 12 points. Because it used to be 10, but I sort of upped it for some of the characters because they were getting 10s consistently. I don't know, but that's not the Satyr. The Satyr's not one of those characters. We're talking the big guys. The Wizard used to get 12 a lot. The Amazon used to get 10 or more a lot, and so on. I don't know if I actually have that sheet where I had all those. I'll have to remake them someday. So we could turn this in and sacrifice it, and that would give us a point. We could then sell a bunch of stuff. Now, we would be burning a point if we were to sell. So this would be gone. If we were to sell $29 worth of crap, that would burn a great treasure point. So it's a little bit of a risk there. We could cast Persuade. Now, we'd have to rest. We'd cast Persuade here. We could figure out if there's anything to buy at the chapel. Buy it with a friendly group. And then walk it up here and sell it to the guard. We would get a ton of cash, theoretically, because you're guaranteed to sell at 2 times the purchase price. And that purchase price is going to be probably relatively shitty. But it's another point. So that becomes your 5th point there. And I bet you might at that point have enough gold to score a point. Maybe. And so maybe you get to your, so because you're down to 6, you would have you would sell 29, so you'd have $35 at that point in time. And at $35, yeah. So let's we're gonna try. We're doing. The only problem is we have got to. The only problem is simply the fact that we have to. Can we escape these guys if they try to kill us? Yes, we can escape these guys if they try to kill us. Can we escape the Lancers if they show up and try to kill us? Let's see real quick. No. Okay, so that's the only danger. The danger would be on a roll of 4. The Lancers would appear at the... Oh, and the Patrol also appears at the check. So, okay. Oh, we can maybe escape the Patrol. Yes, we can escape the Patrol. So we can escape the Patrol. It's literally the Lancers. It's a roll of a 4. The Lancers show up. Then they don't like us. We don't have chits. And we get our butts kicked. Everyone else, we can flee. So I suppose I'm going to say what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and try to just make it. The only other thing to do would be to stop here. 1, 2, 3, hide, and hope the woodfolk are here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 and hide. Let's see what's in the Nutwoods. It seems like a waste of a day, maybe, but let's do it anyway. So 1, 2, 3, and we're going to hide in the Nutwoods, and we are going to hide. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So this is day 13. It's a 1, so more dragons, but nothing in the woods, of course. So we go 1, 2, 3, and we hide. We roll a single die. Doesn't matter. We're going to let the red die do it. The red die is a 6. We're not hidden, actually. And that is ruins. That sucks, because that would be, I think, wolves. I don't want to fight wolves. Oh man, this is bad. It just sucks because of so many days you just can't. So many wasted days. So I'm going to move to the chapel. I'm going to quest to turn in sacrifice. I am going to rest twice to get a couple chits back. And we're going to hope to not roll a 4. Oh, day 14 is a bad day to do this, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, it's a bad day to do that. Let's at least hide. So we're gonna slow play this then a little bit. So we're gonna hide, move, quest, rest. Done. Day 14. Man, these day 7s are rough. These day 7s. Oh, we can walk the goddamn woods on day 7. I forgot that last time. Doesn't help us this time, unfortunately, either. Because we are the Satyr's power is to walk the woods. So we get 3 and 3. Okay. That's going to bring the patrol. So it is going to be 2 dudes. It just so happens that dudes we can flee from. So that's good. So we hide. First, that's a red die is going to count. We are hidden. We move in. We are going to quest. That's going to take sacrifice, so we're going to score it. So that is good. That's our first card. So that's okay. We're going to rest this chit there because we need to play that off at some point. So we can draw another card right now in place of sacrifice. Happy Camper. Find the large campfire. I'll just put large campfire there. And I'm going to tonight turn this in, which is the city, because I don't think I'm going to want to spend a lot of time roaming around the caves. So we got big game. I like big game. Big game is good for us. All right. So that's not terrible. The patrol does show. As per, like I said, the variant rules, we don't roll if we are hit. They're, they don't talk smack about us behind our backs. Like, that's not a thing. So I do think what we're going to do, I do need to quickly look up Persuade just to make sure I don't have it wrong. I think it's a target native group, a single group, but let's see. 1 native group, or all the giants or all the ogres in your clearing. So, okay. So that's fine. Perfectly fine. So I do need to spell X and spell, unfortunately, to get a gold chit back. Oh, and I do, by the way, so I do actually get another chit. I think we're going to, so this is going to be the chit we copy. Because we're allowed to take any one chit and copy it. It's cheesy for sure. We're going to take our best chit and copy it. That is a pretty good one. And it takes a little bit of the pressure off of resting, strangely enough. So I don't feel as necessary to rest because it gives me two extra two extra things to fatigue. So I am going to. So first off, actually, I don't need to write this yet because you never know. We're going to draw 3 more of these bad boys. So the funny part is in these solo games, these do not get cleared out as fast, typically. They could. They don't tend to, because again, there's just not as many characters on the board. So we're going to draw 1. So the wood sprite in the deep woods. That's not bad. Draw 2. Banditry. So bandits. And 3. Damsel in distress in the lair. So she's going to show up at the lair because that's the one that's open. So the wood sprite shows up in the deep woods somewhere. So this might be a great week for us. So woods 2. That's the worst place for that guy to be, is the statue. So the wood sprite appears there. The damsel appears at the lair because the horde doesn't exist. And banditry appears 3, outside the guard. Top 3 rogues and place them in one of the following locations. Outside the guard. Outside the guard means that they're here. And I'm going to roll. They're not on the guard thing. They're 1, 2, or 3. So I'm going to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The white die, since I actually meant to touch that one. 1. So the bandits appear in sort of an awkward place. That's probably best for us because that means we actually don't have to deal with them if we don't want to. Interestingly, I wonder if we should let Persuade win this. It's sort of awkward. It's not written on the card or whatever, but I'm sort of wondering if that wouldn't be a thing, right? You could persuade them, thus make them friendly. So, just a thought. The damsel, we would have to be hidden and do the whole hiding thing, right? Damsel appears, end of phase, unhidden to free her. Oh, yeah, we can't do that. That is not okay. I will do one real quick. I'm going to take a check here to see if we, because it might be on the, we might have added the ability to hide and free her for those characters that we're not going to ever be able to damsel. Discover. Once located, end of phase and clearing unhidden. Once freed, becomes your follower. No. Okay, so you got to be unhidden. That is... We could end a phase unhidden and give up our guy. We can kill Bob here to free the damsel. Go get him, right? He distracts the dragon for while we run with the damsel in distress. I feel bad doing that to Bob, so I'm not up for that. So let's take a quick look at our surroundings now. We got plague of spiders here. We got a damsel in distress here, a wood sprite here. I mean, it is a point. It is a point. We would lose 2. We would still keep our one prowess point. if we lost 2 because we killed Bob at the damsel, we sort of could do that. You'd have to get blocked. I can hire other folks. I can. I can hire this guy for 8. And he's a badass. But remember, it's not going to cost me 8. It's going to cost me at best 16. Right? And that's if I roll great. Because I can make them friendly if I cast Persuade. And so I could hire this guy. But that's a lot of potential turns trying to roll a 3 or less. Right? Hey, I did it. Hey. So that's the only concern would be you got to get the money and so on. So what I am going to do, well, but I need this money for something else, though, is the issue. I need the money for this. That's the sort of problem that I have at the moment. So, having said that, yeah, I see where you're going. You could hire him. He would be a big hitter for sure. So no matter what, I do need to spell X and spell. Done. I have to do that. Then I am going to. I am probably going to. Oh, so I turned this in. So this did go away. I did sacrifice this at the chapel to get the sacrifice done. So that is out of the game. You're fine. Do it. I got to score points, man. It's points. It's goddamn points. That's fine. We got this. So what I'm going to do is I am going to spell X and spell. So I will get this chit flipped. Oops. Right? So we'll get this chit flipped. So we can cast Persuade that evening. I will indeed trade. Doesn't matter with whom. I will trade. Only 2 6s is going to cause me trouble. The chance of 2 6s is about 10-ish%, 9-ish% or thereabouts. We will sell for $29. Not a giant fan, but we'll sell for $29, and then we will rest. That's going to be day 15. So let's get that done. We're hoping not a 4. 5. So spiders and imps, that's fine. It's day 15. So we spell X and spell, so that flips this chit. We're going to trade with the order, let's say. They are neutral at the moment. And we can trade. We're allowed. So I always say, if you're neutral, you have to roll. If you get a 6, and then, oops. If you get a 6, okay, why did I just do that again? And then another 6, you cannot trade with them. And because I'm trying to encourage you to trade with friendlies, it does sort of hamper some of these characters a little bit. It's a little jerky. So we are going to sell. And the question is, do we sell? And you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to keep one of these because I want my great treasure point. Because I'm going to lose a point doing this. Because I will sell a great treasure. But this is 20, 29, 34 gold. To the order. That's 34 gold to the order. And it's going to give us 40 gold. And strangely enough, 40 gold is a victory point in gold. So we didn't lose a point after all. Well, I'm just selling. So I'm not buying. Do I get to see what they have if I'm just selling stuff? Don't know. I typically don't unless I buy, but I suppose we can always look. We can look. Hold on. The trade activity. One native, blah, blah, blah. He can specify. He can either buy or sell. He cannot both buy and sell. He can use items to make up part or all the purchase price when he buys. Although I don't think you get change, by the way, when you do that. Oh, you put it underneath too. So that's an I always do that wrong, by the way. Yeah, you do not get the look if you're just selling. So I'm okay with selling because I want the catch, right? Now I'm going to rest. And I'm going to rest, I think, this guy again to get that back. Nothing appears. It's all good. It's all good. So we're going to rest. Nothing appears. And I am going to, I think that's it. I think I don't do anything else. And nothing appears there. But I do need to now roll for both the order. Of course, we get trouble with the order. Gosh darn it. I'd rather them not block battle. Fine. So we're fine with the order. What about the patrol? I'd also rather you not block battle, and they do not. So perfect. Okay, that's good. That is a good thing. So that night, I'm going to cast Persuade. Barely matters who I cast it on, but I will probably cast it on the order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these actually go underneath. That's actually strangely awkward to do with this. It's harder to do. Done. So I am going to. So I'm now. I'm going to cast. So these go away. I'm now friends with the. I'm going to cast in the order. I'm friends with the order because they would be the interesting ones to hire also, right? I'm going to execute a trade phase. The worst that can happen is no deal. Ugh. Going to execute a trade phase. So I don't know what they have. Actually, I do know what they have. I know they have something. I know they have something of $2, right? Because I sold it to them. I sold them something for $2. Now, don't get me wrong. Ideally, with merchant, we want to buy the most. We want to get the shittiest price possible because you are guaranteed to get 2 times your purchase price when you sell it at the second location. So ideally, I'd love to buy something for $40 and then sell it for $80, and I would end up at the guardhouse with $80 in my pocket, and that would then score me the merchant point, and you'd have $80 in your pocket. So ideally, that's sort of what you want to happen. Now, having said that, you could try. We could go for broke. So what if I did this for giggles? Do 2 trades, 2 hires. Sort of cheese that whole thing a little bit. Maybe we get super lucky. We do 2 trades, we do 2 hires. Maybe we hire the dude. And by the way, since we ended our day there yesterday, we're also going to burn this card because I don't see that I'm going to get to another woods easily. Oh, that's bad. By the way, that was a bad choice. Explore the caves. So that's sort of shitty. So let's do 2 trades and 2 hires. Maybe we get a coup, right? And that's going to open up a lot of shit for us all of a sudden. If let's say we hire the dude. So let's get lucky and get this done. This is day 16. I'm sort of excited about it. It's not going to work, by the way. But I'm excited, man. I'm super excited. Let's do this. 2, serpents and demons. The wood folk would appear if we knew where they were, but we don't. So let's see what the order has for us. So they have quick boots, not great. Ointment of steel, actually very nice, by the way. Ointment of bite. Vial of healing is 2. Shoes of stealth in the hidden ring. So if we wanted to get the most out of, so we play this one of 2 ways. So think about this. One of 2 ways you play this. You either buy the cheapest thing, hope for a good price, and then buy the cheapest thing, hope for the best price, try to hire the top guy for a good price, hope you get like times 2 or 3. And you get that done and you hire him. Then you try to go kill this dude, right? Then you're going to finish your merchant. You're going to come down here. You're going to kill him. You're going to try to pick up the wood sprite. So you're going to try to score 1 point here, 1 point here, 1 point here, and then 1 point here. So that would be 3 points. So that would get us to 7. But you probably wouldn't get any more. You wouldn't get, extra gold or so. Interesting. Or you try to buy something goofy, like the quick boots for 24, and then sell them. And then tell you what. If we bought this for 24, you would still have $16 left to try to hire the last guy at a good price. If you bought this for 6, you would have $34, and you could actually go price times 4 and get the knight. So is getting the knight more better, or getting a ton of cash? If you buy that for 24, you're going to get $48 at the end. So you would have, let's buy the vial of healing. Let's go for it. So we're going to trade on the vial of healing with our friends, our new friends. We got this. Just don't roll a 6. Okay. We rolled a 6. Let's try this again. Let's not roll a 6. Okay, so we didn't get the trade. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Not a big deal. Let's roll for the night. We got this. Super cheap, man. Super cheap. We got this. Okay. Okay. Price times 4. Okay, that's great. All right. Son, God damn it. That was literally the worst pie, except for rolling a 6 at the end. That was the worst possible thing we could have ended up with. Was that not terrible? That was terrible. Man. I am so upset at that, by the way. I am actually super unhappy at that. So hiring the knight at 32 leaves us with $8. We then have to buy the vial, and that's fine. We could just buy the damn vial, and I don't. Then we have to do that tomorrow. I'm okay with it. Well, we can't do it tomorrow though because we don't actually. It's we can't persuade them again. I mean, that's great, but we are leaving a point on the table. Like that really is the issue there. We are absolutely leaving a point on the table, an easy point on the table. So what I need to do, I suppose I'll take the damn knight. That's going to make a lot of things easy. That's great. But it does sort of ruin a lot of other shit. So that goes away. My gold points go away. Done. End of the day, I'm going to blow Explore the Caves. Actually, we need to roll for the patrol. They're fine. I'm going to kill Explore the Caves because that's never going to happen in 2 weeks. Navigator might happen. That's better than Explore the Caves. Damn it. Okay. And that leaves me in sort of a crap position. What I'm going to do, okay, that's fine. That's fine. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to take all these and I'm going to group them and put those back. And I'm going to walk away and pretend I was never here. No, I am going to So we're going to 1, 2, 3 and hide. So that's what we're going to do. So first, we're going to get out of dodge. Move, move, move into the deep woods, into the altar, I should say. And we're going to hide. I would obviously like to have another chit here, but I'm good for now. I say we're going to do. So do we do big game tremendous? So the only problem with this is if you can fight this guy with the knight, if he flips this, there's a 10% chance the knight kills the horse. That's really what happens. Well, but merchant is a card. You're also getting a point and the gold. So merchant could have scored you 3 points. I think that's what we're missing. Like if you just went merchant and forwent the knight, merchant by itself could have scored you possibly up to 3 points. Because, well, 2 for gold and 1 for the card. And then you could have hired dudes, right? So I don't know that we necessarily made the correct choice. I mean, we're going to stick with it. It's fine. And we'll see if we can go. We'll see if we can't get big game done. We'll see if we can't get damsel done. So we're going to get at least 2 done real quick. I'm going to score big game. We're going to call it for tremendous. And so we're just going to go 1, 2, 3 and hide. Done. And that's going to be our next day. Whew, okay. Darn, I'm annoyed at that. I am annoyed at those rolls. That roll actually shook. I'm not going to say shook. That shook me a little bit. That shook me. 5 spiders and imps. So we go 1, 2, 3. We are going to hide 1 die because we're in the woods. That's good, and we do. And so that's oof. Okay. Ooh. And this is bad because we're going to get 1 spider, 2 spiders, and then he appears. So everybody jumps us now. Now we're hidden. And much like, oof. So the imp is not a problem for the night. These guys are not a problem for the night. One of them's not a problem. 2 of them are actually an issue for the night because one of them could hit, flip to tremendous, and kill his horse. Same chance actually as this. If you roll a 1/3 chance, and you're not targeting, and he flips, so it's a 10% chance. Actually, it's 1/3 of 30% that the wrong spider gets you. So it's a 10% chance of dying there. The horse dies. The hirelings cannot hide and kill. For a hireling to attack, it has to not be hidden. Absolutely. Something has to be on its sheet, or it has to be on a sheet, unhidden. The only dude that can hide and kill is me. Now, the problem is, if we hide and kill, then we're unhidden, and we're going to get 2 of these dudes on us. We could get cursed. That would suck. We would be hoping that, and none of us can't auto kill Jack on this. Now, if I had saved the damn ointment, I could make this an easier fight. But oh, I do have the hold on, I forgot. I got this guy. That's a better fight all of a sudden. Hearses do almost nothing to our guy. So we could remain hidden. So this is what we're going to do. So, okay. So here's the fight. Here's the fight. This is why having the 2 guys is good. I'm going to lure with the knight. So I will remain hidden. Or I shouldn't say that. I am going to, so we can make this even easier. I am going to attack from stealth. Who are we going to attack from stealth, actually? Barely matters. Let's attack this spider from stealth. So now the only problem is we're going to have to fatigue. So I'm going to ready the spear. Then I have to play this, unfortunately. That's fine. 1 or a 4 kills the spider. Anything else does not kill the spider. It doesn't kill the spider. Does the spider flip or not? He does not. We fatigue. This fight done. And now everything's up and on our sheet. We're going to lure our medium imp here with this guy. We're going to lure a spider with this guy. And we will have a spider on our sheet. And we're going to play this. And we sort of have to fatigue again because this is round 2. So Here we go. So this spider theoretically can't. He can hit me. If he lines up, he will hit me first and do damage, but then I will kill him. So let's get this done. So a 2, so he goes down here. Does he flip? Yes, he does. But he misses. I miss him. Done. We will fatigue at the end of this, and I'm going to fatigue that shit. And we'll play this next round. Down here, we're actually hoping that one of these guys kills this dude, kills their dude. 6, that's not going to do it. He goes down here. Does he flip? He does not. So he's going to curse the knight. The knight's going to miss him. What does a curse do to the knight? 4, ill health. Nothing. Can't do the rest activity. So it's worth nothing against the knight. I believe this side wins on this spider pretty much. So let's see. 6. So he flips down to here. Does he flip? He does. So this is great because then this guy undercuts. He hits the spider, kills the spider. There you go. That's the round. Now he's going to lure him. I will play. I'll play here. Where does the imp end up? The imp ends up 5. He drops 1. Does he flip? He does not. He's going to curse the knight again and then be killed by my spear. This spider goes here. Does the spider flip? Hoping not. Actually, he does, though. So we're going to miss the spider. The spider is going to hit us for light damage, which does nothing to the swordsman. Done. We kill the imp. There you go. Now, unfortunately, so my weapon unreadies. I will ready it with this and play this, but no move because I don't have to play a move this round. And the knight will just sit. Curse roll. What does the curse roll do for the knight? I missed. He cannot search. Or no, I'm sorry. Disgust. His fame is useless. There is no curse that can actually harm one of these dudes. Which is why you put him on a native. Spider. 1, so he lines up. That's good. Does he flip? He does not flip. So we go first. We hit him. He is dead. We're going to score 3, 3, and 2 because these guys killed them and I killed him. So we don't get any multipliers. That's 8. So we're going to take that's 8 more. That is 30. I believe that's 1.5 VP. Yep, 30 is 1.5. So we actually have 30 prowess. And that is going to be 1 plus. And that means we have 3 plus 3.5 VP. So spiders are dead. The imp is dead. And that's actually pretty nice. We've cleared the board of the spiders and the imps here. There's 3. Nope, there's not. It's not for killing spiders. It's for killing these specific spiders. These guys. The plague of spiders is here. But nonetheless, we have at least cleared the spiders out. We got a 0.5 point. So better. We're getting there. That's fine. We got this. I don't love how fatigued I am, but but so be it. So are there giants left on the board? No. Big game, I did tremendous because I was going to kill the dragon. Now that was probably a bad idea. I should have probably done heavies, but I did tremendous. I called it as for tremendous. That's fine. That's okay. That's okay. But we're going to go get damsel, and we're going to get the sprite. The only thing we have to worry about now in here is the demon. The demon's a little dangerous, of course, still, because he could power the pit and nuke a lot of stuff. But that's fine. That is fine. The only thing that can appear here now is a bat. So that's good. So we can literally walk in. So I am going to rest, move to the lair. And we're going to fight that dude. We're just going to fight, right? So we're not getting any points for looting the lair, by the way, because we don't have anything for that. But you're right. We'll get, we haven't found we haven't found the altar yet, I should say. So, but that's fine. We'll rest 3 chits. And probably rest a couple moves and a fight maybe done, and just to have it, or maybe maybe these 3 again. Right. So, but that is on day, 18? Geez. Is that day 18? Yeah, day 18. Let's do it. We might be able to squeeze this out here. That's good. That is the only roll which draws nothing here, by the way. So we walk in after resting 3 times. So I'm going to do a move. I'm going to do a fight. I'm going to do, I suppose, another magic. Done. Because we're going to need to cast Persuade at some point in time. And we waltz in. The damsel becomes our follower because we ended a phase unhidden. And we are now fighting the dude. And we're probably going to have to lure the dude here. And so it literally is, it's a 1/3 chance and then a flip. So it's a 30% of a third of a 30. So 10% chance of badness. The dragon will die, 100%. So 1 or a 4 would be great. It would just make me feel better. Instead, we get a 3, so that's half of what the badness. Now we have to not roll a 6, and we don't. Done. So what happens is he hits him for heavy damage, which doesn't do anything to the horse. Done. Then we do tremendous to this guy by undercutting him, and he is dead. So a couple things happen there. We get 10. So we're going to get T-Dragon for 10. That is 10 points. That's 40 prowess. And that's going to get us to the maximum prowess we're going to get, which is the 2 points. So that brings us up to 4 points. So good deal. The dragon is dead at the lair. We've got an extra half a point there, effectively. The damsel is now our buddy. We have big game ready to score, but we do have to turn it in. We do have to roll. Well, we haven't scored it yet. So damsel is at the small campfire. Son of a bitch. That sucks. I was hoping if you get in the inn, you're scoring a point. And bucks and money. But we don't do that. It's the small campfire. So she wants to go back to the small campfire. Having said that, we do not have to turn her back into the small campfire. We can turn her into any dwelling for the points, which we're going to do. We're not going to go look for the small campfire. So I am probably going to So I'm going to spell X and spell to get 1 gold chit. I'm going to then search to peer, because a lucky peer gives me 2 paths, which is 2 of 3 navigator. And then I'm going to move to the inn. That's going to score me big game. And that's going to score me damsel. So there you go. So that's going to be at least a start. And then we'll go from there. The reason I do the spell X and spell is in case I need to persuade the rogues not to gut me. We would do that. Unfortunately, we can't. Yeah, we can't, because we can't take those guys if indeed it comes down to it. And we'll get the sprite. The funny part about the sprite is he'd be awesome because he's a source of gold. So gold magic. So that would be pretty big. Ooh. Or hear me out. Or hear me out. Hear me out. We just move 1, 2. So this is for what? This is for day 19. So hear me out. Or we do this. Or we move 2. Oh, God. Okay. Man. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. He's in 2. Keep that in mind. No, not super useful. All of a sudden. Okay. So not great. Not great. I was hoping. So the wood sprite does have the advantage. The wood sprite has the advantage that if we kept the wood sprite would be a source of gold magic. That would allow us to cast Persuade sort of at will. Or we would learn a type 3 spell, which we can, and that would be a half a point. Now, it's only half a point because one spell is unfortunately only at half. You need 2 spells to get the full point. Sort of the way it is in base Magic Realm, where 2 spells is the victory point. Now, I feel that's to some degree unfair for spellcasters, but so be it. No, I say we're going to do we're going to do what we said to do. So we're going to burn the 2 phases. Okay, so day 19. Let's get this done. I think it's day 19, right? 2. So there we go. So serpents and demons, and we are going to move out. We're going to spell X and spell. So that gives us a gold chit if we need it. We then move to the inn. That allows us to turn in damsel. We don't actually get the extra bonus. We just get the 1 VP. Done. So 1 VP is scored. We also score big game. We get the VP, and we get to roll to get a random medium piece of armor. We're going to get a helmet out of it. Sucks a little bit because the helmet is the crappiest piece of armor we could possibly get, $5. But so be it. We now have a piece of armor, and we score big game. So that's 2 cards, which I'm pretty happy with. So that gives me 3 cards. And now we're up to 6 points. Okay. It's not undoable. Now we grab this. We get Pilgrimage, which we can do. Okay, so now we have to figure this out. So Pilgrimage we can still do. Well, okay, first things first. Do the rogues attack me or whatever? Or are they okay with me hanging out here? They are very much okay with me hanging. So let's think about what day 20 is going to look like. I say we go. We do grab. We're going to grab the wood sprite. So I say 1, 2, 1. Well, it's 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, 1, 2, 3. So first thing is first. We're going to move, and move to the sprite. We're going to search, hoping to get a lucky roll. If we get a lucky roll, great. Then you're right. There's a couple options, right? Couple options there. The first option is that once we get the sprite, I still say we go to one of these clearings and peer in hopes to get 2 of the 3 clearings of the paths cleared for Navigator. Then you can probably get the third, reasonably easily. Okay, all right. So let's do day 20. Day 20 is march to the sprite and do a search. Sorry, I'm excitable. I'm looking. So bats. And it's probably the crappiest roll we could possibly get because 1, 2, 3. We're not hiding. And so what's going to happen? And then we search. We're looking for a 1, 2, or a 3. Day 20. Yeah, I know. Day 21. Because everything can come back. We don't get a 1, 2, or 3. And we weren't locating. We were peering. So we don't find the statue either. So that sucks a little bit. We do get a bat. And he goes there. And now we're going to run afoul of day 21. Oh, we don't have a big game anymore, so I apologize. We have a pilgrimage, which means we have to find the altar and we have to run to the chapel. So get those 2, that's a point, which is nice. They're very close. So here's the thing. I've scored 40 prowess. I don't need any more prowess. I do not need to fight anything else again, pretty much, as far as it goes. I should be done with fighting if I can be. Now, I'm not done with fighting. I mean, we all know how that's going to go. But I am, if I can be done, I should be done. That's not fatigued, by the way. There we go. Get that stuff back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to 6 on day 21, and I'm going to search 3 times to try to find those 2 things, because so I'm going to move to 6 and search, because, so the worst that can happen is one bat appears here, 2 spiders appear, 1 appears. So the worst that can happen is we get spiders and imps again. The dragon could reappear, and the demon could appear, but nothing's going to appear on here except for a singular giant or a singular spider, both of which get capped by my native buddies and me. So it's safe. I can still do something effective, because if I can find here, I can get 2 paths, and that's 2 of 3 paths that I need. So I say we're going to go for it. The only risk doing that is we risk gumming up the hex again. So we're gonna go for it. So done, day 21. 2 dice. Double 3s. 1 and a 2. I don't think I don't super hate this. So this guy comes back. So not a lot of stuff comes back, which is actually sort of nice. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to appear 3 times. I saw the 3 and I was super happy. That's 1. 1. That's not going to do it. 2. Come on, give it. We can't spend doing. Okay. So no. All right. The bat doesn't go away. Actually, I'm sorry. What happens is the demon appears, and the dragon appears. And that's day 21. And so what we're going to get for the last week here, we get 3 more cards. A storm is coming. Ooh, that actually sort of sucks. 2, a hermit appears, and a 3, missing person. I don't like missing person either, frankly. Okay. Events. Yeah, that is okay. So let's do the storm. So the first thing is we roll 2 dice for the storm. So the question is, when is the storm coming? The storm is coming 5 days after this. So 1, 2. So the storm is going to come on day 27. So let's put this guy here. That's going to be the storm on day 27. I think if you double click, it messes up the roll. I think if you double click, you should click 4 times, just saying. I'm not sure what that means. Double click on what? So we got a storm, missing person. We have to do this 4 times. This is why I don't like it. You have to do it 4 times. 6-2 is Deep Woods 2. So this one will go on Deep Woods 2, which is where the statue is. I mean, at the very least, we're going there anyway, right? So, the die roll. No, it doesn't. If you double click, no, it does not necessarily do. It's if you click a Q or an E, it does. But I bang that quite a bit. 6-3. So Deep Woods 3. Hell, I might actually like this missing person's one this time. So that's two sightings. No, you can't double up those. Sorry, Deep Woods. 8-5 is the ledges. Ledges 5. And then those are all clues. And ruins 1. I'm never going to get all this done. So I'm not even going to bother to worry about that. Ledges 1. Although those are close. So the missing person I'll just put up here. The hermit appears in 1-2. Borderland 2 is the hermit, I think. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. But again, and we have a storm. So we want to be sheltered the 27th. Everything else, we want to be in a lair, effectively, a dwelling the 27th. We could maybe get these two things done. I mean, we might just spend the rest of our game in the deep woods, strangely enough. Now, unfortunately, our rogue is going to leave us here middle of the week. So that sucks, but we're going to have to live with it, I think. Oh, man. Okay. Here's the question. Can we score 4 points or 6 points? Between 4 and 6 points. The wood sprite is a possible point. Navigator is a second possible point. Pilgrimage is very much a third possible point. So we could get 3 points there. Missing person could be 5 points if we're lucky and one of these is the missing person. Otherwise, it's going to be 0 points. So we could score 5 points just in the deep woods. But man, that's a lot of that's a little bit of luck is going to have to go our way here. So let's do this. No two things can jump on us. Any one thing can jump on us, but no two things right now can jump on us. And so for that reason, and I think missing person, you just do a quest phase. So I'm going to do move to the sprite, a quest phase to turn that missing person over, and 2 searches. Let's get lucky here, I think. So let's hope for the best. The only problem would be the demon appearing. If the demon appears, he could show up, do a power of the pit, kill everybody, and that's the end of game. If that's the case, though, I think I've earned it. I think we're good. So let's get this done. It's day 22. We're hoping for not a 2. A 3 is good. So we go to here. 3 searches. Well, a quest phase. So quest is first. We just flip this. I think it is not. It's not the big mark. So it is not anything. I have a helmet. Worried about power. I'm worried about honest God power of the pit. So yeah, let me quickly look just to make sure. Let's look at a piece pack. Let's look at this. Let's look at this piece pack. Yeah, it has a gigantic thing on it. So that is a nothing. So we did pull it, but we got nothing. So now we do 2 searches. A 3, 2, or a 1 captures the sprite. Damn it, we are not going to capture the sprite, are we? No. So not captured. Done. Okay? That is 1 day. So this is where it all goes awry. We are going to search. And I suppose we're going to... geez. Search. We're going to search, and search for the next day. Again, hoping no demon. That's actually, no, it's a demon. Okay, so there you go. So we're going to search four times. That's a failure. That's a failure. Come on. Failure. Success. Oh, thank flipping goodness. So we do get this guy. So we get the sprite. I am going to, at this point, because it's... Yeah, I don't mind tabletop sim. I think it's good for some games, bad for others. So we do get a VP. So we score the sprite. First thing is first. Let's score this bad boy. So we get sprite, plus sprite. So that's a point. No matter what, it is a singular point. So that is a 4th card and a 7th point. Now I am going to, I hate to say, we're going to turn the sprite. We're going to release the sprite to get the spell. Because I could use I could use the extra points, effectively. So we're going to get 7.5. So done. So wood sprite, done. I almost don't care what the spell is. But for giggles, because who the hell knows, maybe it's awesome. Let's get a random gold spell. It is control wolves. Well, I mean, you know. So we learn a spell. That gives us 1 spell. And the demon walks on us. So, and we're going to have to fight the demon. So that is absolutely the case. So in this case, this guy is going to, I think, be the dude that we're going to deploy. I think he deploys on this side because it doesn't matter. He's going to go there. We're going to ready our weapon. And I don't think it matters. So we're going to play here. Sure. I do like the tabletop program. I do think it's easy to use. It does take a little getting used to for, you know, any given game. You have to putz with it a little bit to get a little bit of that muscle memory as opposed, you know, oh, I'm going to flip these cards. I'm going to grab these cards, right? That kind of thing. So I think there's a little bit of that. Some of the scripts for the games were really nice. I ultimately don't love it for, and I don't play a lot of these anymore, so it doesn't matter. For complicated hex encounter games, like a war game, I think it's, unless the script's really good, it's a little bit dicey. Because, you know, like I wouldn't play Victory in the Pacific or Civil War or like any of those, or Enemy at the Gates, or, you know, right? There's any number of hex encounter war games I don't think I'd play here, just because I think it's because it's clunky, and there are, you know, there are programs that I think are better for it. But I mean, you know, I mean, give it a try or whatnot. But yeah, so that's sort of where I'm at. So we're looking for this guy to effectively just get into one of these boxes for us. He's going to hit this guy no matter what. He's going to do a Power of the Pit this first round. It's going to suck. I'm looking for I think not 1, 2, or 3. Yeah, so we're looking for, you know, hopefully something pretty easy going. Let's see where the demon ends up. The demon ends up and 1. So he's going to stay right at the top there. That's too bad. Where do our knights go? Oh, they both stay right at the top too. So everybody's going to... So this round is going to end one way or the other. But what does Power of the Pit do? Double ones kills us all. We go to bed early. 5, forget. So his magic chits go away. That's nothing. He hits that guy and flips. Then he takes tremendous damage from him and is killed. Done. So that is 48 prowess. Not going to really matter in the long run. But the demon is dead. Okay, so the sprite, we've got the sprite done. Okay. This is unfortunate, but that rogue is going to go. We're going to move to 6. And we've got to search again, unfortunately. Move 6. Search. Rogue 7's going to leave us. I think we're just going to stick with that. I think that's we're going to just assume that's the case. I actually do want to find the stupid. So 3, so that's good. But what are we looting for gold? There is no looting for gold. We haven't found the statue. Because we have not located. We have not done a locate roll. We've only done peer rolls. So such is life. So now we're doing peers, which is unfortunate. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, God. So there we go. Finally. Okay. So that is 6, 3, 6, 4. So we find both of them, which is nice. That's good. That is good. That is Deep Woods 2. So we found 2 of 3 navigators. So let's put the marks down. So that is good. No, we did not find the statue. We did not, because you have to roll a locate check. That's different than the peers you needed to roll for to get the sprite. So now that I've found those, darn it. So it's too bad because our guy leaves. So it does suck a tiny bit. He is going to leave us. We're not alerted. This guy leaves us behind in this hex there, or this clearing. So now there's a 1/3 chance, effectively, that that is the correct. That guy is the correct. The 2-point. So I think we're going to have to. So what we're going to do is we're going to. Strangely enough, though typically we probably wouldn't do this, we are going to hide. Then we're going to move to the layer again and then search, because I need to do 2 more peers to find the other path. And that will give me navigator if I can find it. So we do want to hide. and walk into there, and then hopefully we can pop this guy too. Or we don't pop that guy. Oh, actually, no, done. Okay, so we're going to hide, move to the lair, do a quest and a search, assuming that we're going to hide successfully. So that's what we're going to do. Otherwise, we got to kill that guy. So let's roll the hide. It is a hit. Whoop, we got to roll monster roll. Darn it. Darn it. Okay. 4. Giants and trolls. Nothing's going to appear. Now we have to roll the hide. Do we hide? We should hide. We do hide. We hide. Move. Quest phase, nothing. Darn it. That's too bad. Now we're going to do a search. Oh, we can roll 1 die on. Shit. That's too bad. I totally screwed this up. We could roll 1 die on searches because we're in the wilderness. Son of a bitch. Okay, that's too bad. We could have found that way faster like that. Done. So we score Navigator today. Same thing with the sprite. We should have been rolling 1 die the entire time that we were in these woods. That poisons the whole... That poisons this whole run to me. I feel so bad. And now we get frickin' Spider's Lair in the game, and Magic Realm taunts me. Now we get Spider's Lair after we've killed all the spiders. Okay, game. Okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine. So what I'm going to do very easily. So that's fine. We're good. We are going to move. So the next day. So next day we're going to move to the altar. And we're going to search, search, search. All good. What's the monster roll? It's dragons. So we are going to have to deal with the dragon today. So we move right in. We're going to search 3 times. 1 or a 4 to get this thing done. That's a fail. 3, another fail. Another failure. The dragon does walk in on us. Jeez, oh man. We're playing pretty much like that. We get a 4, so everything is copacetic, actually. We are going to be fine, and he's going to kill the dragon for us again. It doesn't really matter. It only matters, right? So done. So day 25 we did Navigator. Day 26 we were here. Darn it. End of day today 27. Ideally, we are sheltered by the end of the day. Darn it. And again, no, it's all good. It's not your fault. It's my fault. So I'm going to search, search, move, and move to the guard. Done. So we will be sheltered at the end of the day. Yeah, we'll do that. We will be sheltered at the end of the day. So we will get Storm. So that will be a 6th point, which will put us to 9.5. If we find it, then we will actually score the 10th point because we will just get pilgrimage by wandering down here and being done. So let's see. So monster roll, because that could throw us into a little bit of a tizzy here. So 4 giants and trolls is not going to do anything. So we have 2 searches. We find we do not find the altar. I'm sorry. So that's 1 and 2. We do not find the damn altar. We go 1, 2, and we are sheltered in the guard. The guard are okay with us being there. So we score storm. That's a 6th point. That's our 9.5 point. Oh, man. Burns me. Okay. We're going to go kill some bandits then. Right? Because we could have got pilgrimage and just won that way. Instead, we're going to wander into the bandits. And yeah, we're going to wander into the bandits. The bandits are worth at most 8 prowess, which is nothing to us, and a few gold. I am going to... We only have $8. I am going to give us... Well, I am going to allow us, I think, to cast Persuade here. Now, I don't have room on these damn cards to type anymore. What we will need to do is, we almost need a matrix of what spells touch what cards. So, for instance, Guide Spider or Octopus here wins this card. I feel Persuade should win this card. And we could certainly fight them. And if it was going to matter in terms of gold or anything, I would do that. But since it doesn't, and we have the chits ready, and I've probably wasted, I would argue, probably 2 or so days in the in this woods by not giving me 1 die instead of 2. I sort of feel like we can do that. Plus, I like giving utility to the spells. It's a little bit. So that gives us. Was that it? Is that our 6th? Is that our 6th card? No, because that's our 7th card. So if that is our 7th card, then that is going to be 10.5 points. And the Satyr barely scrapes by. I call it, that's the A tier win, right? That's A tier. That's not the S tier. That's not the superlative win. And that is the Satyr running solo with a god awful number of mistakes. Primarily his 2 dice versus 1 die. And I never walked the woods either, which I never do with this guy. So that's something else that. So I sort of dragged him down. It was a good game. I thought he did pretty well. He used Persuade to good effect. Never used the fleet foot thing. Never sort of needed it. I don't think I would take that again if I not that it's a bad spell. It just never quite came up that it mattered. Persuade is real good. You could, but I would look for a second spell in that case. So that's it. He kicks it. He runs through. I thought he did pretty well. I thought it was sort of interesting that really he only touched, if you think about it, maybe so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tiles. So that's not awful. 40% of the tiles. He just, that deep woods was the place for him. And if he had done maybe a tiny bit better there, again, that's my fault. Missing person could have been 2 points. And again, merchant could have been a point and maybe a second point if he had enough gold to kick him up to that gold point. So I thought that was pretty good. Some really bad rolls, though. Some really bad rolls. I think the turning point was when he failed to buy anything at the order. I thought that was like a turning point. Hiring the knight was a great move, still, 100%. But not if he had got the item and then hired the order, I think that would have been better. So, anyway, excuse me, sir. Rob, thanks a lot. Jeff, also good to see you. And Scott, he's not here, but thank you for showing up. And, thanks for hanging out. Like I said, this was like a late thought. Hey, you know what? I'll just jump on. I was going to go to bed early, but presumably I decided against that. So, Rob, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. I will talk to you. I don't know if I'm going to do anything Wednesday, but maybe we will, and I will hopefully see you then. So, good night.